Now that's energy. I like that. You must have gotten that energy from the feel of the store when you came in. And you can see that this store is a new concept, an entirely new design, and most importantly, and what makes me so proud, is that it is the ultimate in the consumer experience. I challenge anyone to put a better experience up against this store when it comes to entertainment. And honestly, it truly represents the essence of Sony's brand value, make, not believe, as it not only meets, but clearly exceeds, which is our commitment, to exceed customers' expectation through this very lively and entertaining shopping experience. And I've got to say, and you'll see for yourself, it is a unique destination that houses all of Sony's offerings, covering electronics, music, games, network services, pictures, movies, all of Sony in one great place. And it's designed for engagement and interaction. And you'll see, and you've probably noticed already as you're walking around and talking, that we've got a highly trained and knowledgeable staff for consumers to engage with. And they can engage, they can test, they can explore, they can learn about new offerings from Sony, like our network services, Music Unlimited, Video on Demand, and they can learn about new future technologies as well. Or they could simply get lost in a 3D movie from Sony Pictures, or shoot on our cameras, and you'll notice that all the products are out for people to engage with, pick up, play with, to feel. So it's a totally immersive environment, and it also is an opportunity to learn about future technologies. And you'll see at the beginning of the store to the right side, we are premiering Sony Ray Model, which is a futuristic 360-degree prototype display that captures 3D images that you can view from all angles. And I encourage you to go and check it out. You won't see anything like it anywhere else. And this store is really a blueprint for the future of Sony and for the future of our direct stores. It was a global and local effort combined, and I'll speak to that in a moment. And when I opened, I said it was our first store in the US branded Sony. And we intend on transitioning all of our Sony-style stores and websites to simply the brand that customers trust and love, Sony, in this coming year. That'll be across 24 countries and more than 180 stores and sites. So it's truly an embodiment of the Sony brand and our commitment to making all of the touch points that consumers come in to interact with regarding Sony the best experience they can possibly have. And to that point, this is also a representation of our commitment that we've made here in the US to improve that customer interaction, improve that customer experience, so that by 2013, we are the #1 brand in America in consumer electronics. And it's something that we will achieve, and we'll do it through our firm commitment of customer experience. So, in a moment, I'm going to open up for Q&A, but I have two other topics that I would like to discuss very briefly. First, it's a tough topic, but I would like to discuss a little bit about the relief effort that Sony has undertaken as it relates to the terrible, horrific disaster that occurred in Japan. On March 11th, when the earthquake hit and tsunami followed soon after, Sony immediately contributed $3.6 million to the relief effort for the folks of Japan. Additionally, we donated 30,000 radios, 500,000 batteries, and 125 TVs for emergency use. We sent 1,200 cartoon character blankets to help with shelters for children in Japan. And while it is a horrific event and just a terrible disaster, to see the people come together in Japan and around the world and rally together and help each other has been nothing short of amazing. And I'm very proud of our employees as well. They have shown their hearts in sharing their wallets. And we had, within a week after the event, 40,000 employees across 40 countries donate $2.4 million of their own hard-earned cash, which the company has matched dollar for dollar. And that program is still in progress, but to date, Sony and its employees across the nation, across the globe, has contributed over $12 million to the relief effort of Japan. So, tonight, you have an opportunity to join in. You'll see that on our Sony Internet televisions and our Bio PCs, we have the relief effort forums and areas that you can make a contribution throughout the store. And we'll be raffling off prizes at 8 p.m. for anyone that contributes this evening. So, like our employees, please share your hearts through your wallets. Okay, last topic of business, and then we'll get into Q&A. A store like this doesn't happen by one person standing behind a microphone. It actually takes a whole lot of hard work and sweat from a whole lot of people. And while I'd like to recognize everyone that was involved in this wonderful store and opening, I'm going to be limited to recognizing the leadership team. Otherwise, we need a couple more hours to get through it. But as I said, this was not a local effort alone. It was a global effort as well as a local effort. And what I'd like to do is recognize some of the key leaders that have made this a reality. So first, my good friend and colleague, Murano-san, who is responsible for our global operation and has been critically important to this effort. Congratulations. Likewise. I'd also like to recognize Zena Freeman, who is responsible for global retail operations. Congratulations, Zena. Thank you for that. And I saw his cheerful face in the back there, maybe midway. Brian Sheehan, who also works in our global operation, has been instrumental. Spent a lot of hours, a lot of days and nights working with the team to pull this together. And then here locally in the U.S., I'd like to recognize two people, although there's so many that I'm going to leave out, so please don't be disappointed that I recognize your name. You're really all the heroes that pulled this together. But from the leadership team, Linda Turner, who's responsible for the retail stores in America. Congratulations, Linda. And Dan Stevenson. Where's Dan? Dan Stevenson runs our online business for direct in America. Congratulations to Dan. And to everybody with a hoodie, thank you very much. You pulled it off. Okay, with that, I'll open it up for questions, and I have a team here to support me, so we'll take any questions you may have. Anybody? Okay, anybody? You want more Biotini's or I'm sorry? I said this was our first Sony branded store, but it's our 30th store in the U.S. So you'll see in the coming weeks and months that we're going to rebrand all of the Sony style stores in the U.S. and then we will, over time, remodel all of those stores based on this blueprint, and then from there, expand. Okay. Zena, you want to touch on local?
So similarly, I think, as Mike said, this is really the beginning of a journey, and this sets the blueprint for us. So we will take inspiration from here, from this environment here, and we'll start looking around the world, not only at rebranding that will be completed around the world in 2011 across all of our stores and websites. But we will also take from this store environment and start applying to other countries as we get our customers in and start seeing how they're interacting with things and thinking about how we want to then roll that out across other markets.